spread the light of Christ this Christmas season and to bring joy into the lives of others.
They don't actually have a student section. It's a giant choir. Yeah. Oh, word?
I like
Yeah.
This is a Pleasant Grove team that hasn't gotten a ton of blocks this year, and that's a big one on Knee-High with a fast break.
Knee-High,
brother.
The freshman. So you got a freshman and senior brother. Winnie Tana cross court to Winnie Tana. Knee-High, if you will.
Try and change that.
Here's Ethan Hilliard with the ball, gonna get a trap. Gives it out to Ethan. Ethan on the outside. Trying to side 16.
The ball very well this season. Continues here.
Here is the young three for Andrew. He hits it.
And the Vikings are amped up about that one.
Down low, gets it to Andrew. He shoots a three. And Winnie Tana gets stripped of the ball, argues for the foul. That's Mana Winnie Tana. Down.
And Zane Windsor is going to make his first appearance as a starting 10 member, as Coach McAllister likes to.
Mana. So Mena is gonna inbound to, drives in, gives it to Perry down low. He gets a hard layup and he's fouled.
Time that American Heritage ever played a 6A school was also never. They've never that they've seen a team of Pleasant Grove's level. And 12-6 with 4:50 left in this one is.
That was a tip down low, and that is West.
There. As now the Vikings are going to get.
Biden bounces off.
He's still looking.
Larson again. That's Ty Palmer for a mid-ranger, and that's no good. He gets it back. Kicks it out for
possession. Obviously, he's your star player. You want him to do the most on offense. You want to see a little bit more effort on defense.
And that's a pass to Winnie Tana after kind of a circus pass, if you will. Down low, that
Dorn that we see, all in result of Ryan.
You're down low. Knee travels out of panicking to Larson. And now that's Josh Bushman. Ethan Hilliard calling for a block.
So Josh Bushman, prior to basketball player, in just a couple minutes, we see him for the first time tonight. It's going to go to him in the backcourt.
Here's Josh.
Vikings do get possession. That's a big play by Ethan.
You know, American Heritage hasn't played.
Here's Anderson.
Andrew.
Top of the key, drives in, right hand. He's going to kick it out to the corner. Wide open off the front of the rim. Called down low. Andrew Anderson did a great job of getting in the way, getting his feet set.
There's a pass into Josh Bushman. Andrew almost gets it from him. Then
in comes Chaz Rose, or he's ready to check in. And Peoria Winnie Tana.
Court. It's kind really
of it's the brotherly in a couple days, just to kind of have a PGSN kind of meeting and spend some time together. So spend some time at Chubby's, eat some amazing.
EY Winnie Tana down low. That's Mena, and that is a miss, rare miss. Down low.
That's what they call a smoky.
11, and that's going to be a tough thing to escape, and Winnie Tana throws it out of bounds. Second team of 5.
So one of the reasons Coach McAllister does this is, and there's a foul on the Vikings on the inbound pass. An illegal screen is called on Clay Hansen.
Knee-high. It might actually be knee-high. Should we say knee-high?
We'll stick with Niewai.
Making sure he doesn't get any unnecessary fouls on this last minute here.
And that free throw is something. You might
Missed floater. 1:24 to go.
like that call. It looks like he was just following the player. It looks like he wanted a screen and then he thought against it, but the whistle had already been blown. As that second bucket is made. So it's a 2-point ball game, and Riker Mickelson's going to get into Ty Palmer low. 3 and the key is called. That's tough.
Not call it for him.
American Heritage is playing with a lot of heart so far today.
Down
with
low.
his first varsity bucket. Zane Windsor has 2 on the night and makes it a 2-possession ball game here.
Runs back out to the 3. Down low, that's Perry. And that is a tough floater to make.
That's
right. Gives it to Mackay. Mackay gonna drive in the paint. He's back out to Zane. He shoots a 3. No good. Riker.
It's a 2-point ball game with 17.1 remaining here in the first quarter.
Gives it to Zane on the rotation. Into the corner for.
Are they gonna count it? And they do
call
not.
it off. I think Ty Palmer just lined up for the shot a little bit too quickly, so
you just mentioned Ty Palmer with 18 points on 5 of 11 shooting. That was helped a lot by 2 for 3 from 2-point range, but then 3 for 8 grow, and it was
I think it was a
him.
breakout game. Has been a bit of a sharpshooter from 3. I mean, he hit 2 of 3, so he had a lot of interior field goals plus free throws. They also gave Ty Palmer a giant Viking medal to wear to school. Quote, every
season as a new Viking is going to have that medal after every game. So Winitana,
I think they bought 3 of them in case they get
2.
lost. Rebound, but it's stripped by Carson. And they're calling a travel.
So I think,
well, they would have done a double dribble.
I didn't see a travel. The whistle was blown after he bounced the ball. The younger Winitana.
That's down low for Speary.
And that ties up the ball game. And this
Carson being defended hard by Winitana. Milo is also being defended hard. Chatterson
with the follow through.
He's not very happy for that. Chaz shoots another.
That's in. Bang!
There he goes. He hits it. Young, old Winitana's wearing the Kobe 6. He's blocked by Kyle Mena. Players are tumbling over.
I don't read lips very well, but I think Mana said something you probably shouldn't say at this school to Chaz Rose. Like, he's good now.
Anyway, it's the Kobe 6 model. Apparently they're super comfortable, and they're sought after is because they're that much money. I think they look sort of cool, but they're not like the greatest shoe.
Yeah.
Mackay drives in, gives it to Clay. He shoots a 3. He hits it.
Bounces a couple times, but if it goes through the hoop, Ty Palmer drives in, can't get the bucket.
Here's Winitana. Or the other way around now.
He doesn't quite hit it.
Oh, that's a rough.
Guys might have heard it from home.
Mana Winitana, and that is a good mid-ranger, and that's a timeout by American Heritage.
Yeah, the Vikings coming into this ball game. It's going to be interesting to see if they can kind of dig in and realize they're in for it.
Down low, gives it to Milo back outside for 3. No. So that was Brady. I want to say Perry, but it looks like Peary.
Right.
And here's Riker for 3.
That's what Pleasant Grove basketball is all about. It's about the heart, the hustle, the big offensive board. A great play by Mickelson. He was the player of the game earlier in the season. I believe it was Jordan, but it might have been Davis.
It was against Davis. Carson down low, gonna do a layup. That's reminiscent of his sophomore play. He just got a lot of layups last year. And this year,
Vikings could keep possession, or I guess gain possession. American Heritage had possession. Game is not bad, but what have you seen that's kind of led to allowing the Patriots to score 26?
They've gotten sorry, hold on, I've lost his name. Weston Larson kind of went off. He said he stopped with both of his feet, and then he stuck 1 foot out to catch him. Wouldn't have been a travel, but I'm not sure what the referee.
Vikings get possession. Anderson's going to have to take it from probably the hardest place to inbound because he's not finished by Mickelson. Makes it a 7-point ball game.
Here's Winnie Thompson.
Off the hands of Jackson Black and out of bounds.
Here's Carson bringing the ball. The second set of 5. Subbing in.
As inbounding for
Anna gets double teamed. 3 off the back of the rim and no good. And that's a loose ball. No one knows who it is.
Tana wants to draw the foul, but instead Ty Palmer's running free.
Ty Palmer gives it to Mackay, drives in, and that's going to be a layup. Here's Clay Hansen down low. Travel, couldn't get the bucket. Here's Mena.
As Windsor defensively.
Gets it in. This is Weston. Easy bucket to tie it up here in the second quarter here.
Vikings could use a big shot here.
Hansen gets the rebound.
The Vikings want those out. Looks like they might have called a foul. I think they called a foul? But they didn't change. They have a foul counter on the scoreboard, and they didn't change it for any. That's a rare miss for Ethan. He comes into this game shooting 10 for 19. Now he's 10 for 20 from 3.
Gives it to Ethan. Ethan drives into the paint, kicks it out to Andrew.
All game, they have 3 remaining for the rest of the game. It's a tie ball game here. This game is kind of, the Vikings go into the locker room down, or similar to what we've seen in this first half.
Yeah, and honestly, some similar play of what we saw in the first quarter would be good for the Viker down low.
Yeah, they've missed a lot.
Especially after Andrew went 2 for 2 in the first 3 minutes of the game. He's gone 0 for 3 since then. Low, and they misses the layup. Here is Carson.
Rasmussen for the Patriots. Just seconds left on the clock. 2, 1.
1 or maybe point
of the half. I mean, there's a chance that Vikings could try a tip in, or the Patriots could try and heat. They want to prove what they can do.
Absolutely, not a super tiny close win. The 2 good throw, but
this has been one of his team would be down 2 at halftime. I think he would have taken that. And if you told Coach McAllister this team was going to be down 2 at halftime, he'd probably.
And they weren't able to do their main shot, their main choice of shot, of just little mistakes. And obviously,
the craziest part for Pleasant Grove is they've done a good job of forcing turnovers. We've seen a lot of mistakes from this American Heritage team when the Vikings have the chance to pull away. But if it doesn't come, this is a game that American Heritage has a.
So they tried to I don't know what they're doing. Let's just honestly play-by-play this. It's funny. Okay, so they have to start moving.
The hat will take his seat, and that's going to take it down to 6 competitors, 5 chairs.
They just immediately.
Sure, he's got his hand up. He's trying to say, my arm's in the chair, dude. And they keep evenly spacing the chairs. That's not how it works. They're supposed to be set in the same place. Dan, I think they might call a foul.
We should take the graphic off the middle of this so people can see what's going on.
I've been texting somebody, but they're not looking at the
here.
Green shirt, black shirt, and plaid.
Here it goes. I assume they're doing the no pulling of a chair rule, but shoving is permitted. They go faster.
And I like to see that. That kind of cuts out the ability for Fable. Wins the game of musical chairs here at American Heritage. To you, Jack Barnard, on Friday, December 15th. Your boy JB turned 17.
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, when they get subbed out, at some point they have to get out here in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Full court defense more ferociously. They either need to 100% fully commit to that full court defense first quarter. We'll see if they can pick it up.
They got locked up by the Winnitana brothers. They were playing.
But the Vikings scored 17 points in the first quarter and 16 points in the second quarter. So they got a lot more shots. The ball. I want to give a huge shout out to this American Heritage student, but they brought a lot of energy and a lot of electricity into this building here, and it's been fun to be here. We'd also like to thank American Heritage administration, coaches, and the AIC, the administrator in charge, for allowing us and helping us to get here courtside just so we have a better angle for you guys. So a huge shout out to them. for all that they've done for us. And we'd like to thank you guys as well for tuning in to PGSN, not just today, but throughout the season. We'd like to make a quick announcement for you guys. Next week's ball game, the first Vikings game is on Thursday next week. It's on Wednesday next week. It's a week from today. The Vikings will be playing in Evans, Georgia, and we will have coverage for you out there. So send the link to friends, family, anyone that would like to watch, anyone they know play some basketball in the Peach State. We will have a broadcast for you guys. The Vikings' first game of the tournament is against, I just blanked, Richmond Hill is the team that the Vikings will play first. The Vikings play 3 teams, all from Georgia. They play Richmond Hill at 2:30 p.m.
So, and then their next game is against Groves.
Coach Groves.
Oh, what? What does that even mean?
Groves is the school.
Oh.
That's just the name.
Anyway, so it's Pleasant Grove versus Groves. That's
So the first game for the Vikings versus Richmond Hill is at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time. The second game will be at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and the final game against Greenbrier, the hosts of the tournament, will be at 10 a.m. on Friday, and the team and us will fly home later that night. So tune in to PGSN next week on Wednesday.
They will kind of be Christmassy broadcasts too. I will have Christmas references because it is December 18th through the 22nd. Make sure to tune in. I will get it on the school Instagram.
And I don't want to leak
I
anything,
can do it.
but I think we're going to be commentating in Santa hats because I don't want to do my hair.
Be prepared for Santa hats.
Santa hat season is next week as the Vikings travel to Georgia. We're excited to have the opportunity to give it to you guys, and it's been a halftime of thanks, but we'd like to thank the Pleasant Grove coaching staff and the Pleasant Grove basketball team for letting us go with them and allowing us the opportunity to not only be able to broadcast those out-of-state games and have some fun, but to learn a little more about the team and grow closer with the players that we love talking about. So the Vikings up 2, and we will begin the third quarter coverage by the voice of Vikings basketball for today, Jack Barnard. Take us away.
What do you mean for today? It's for all time.
Winnie Tana.
Until 2025. Winnie Tana with the ball. Gives it to Winnie Tana. Sorry, I should really specify who it is. Not Sperry down low. Period. Sorry.
Ethan just got beat off the dribble there, and ultimately a good drive by Sperry leads in 2 Vikings points, and McAllister calls a timeout 18 seconds into the quarter.
That is not a call I would think would happen.
If I had to guess, I'd say Coach McAllister went into halftime saying, hey, this is how we want to start up the half, and I can guarantee that what he said was not get beat off the dribble for a layup and tie the game.
Give them an automatic layup for Peary. Peary is an absolute dog. He's had tons of points this game. We'll have stats for you at the end, hopefully, for the other team.
I think this Vikings team knows how Coach McAllister wants to play his game, and they know he doesn't want to call timeouts. And I think this could be something that gets it into their head. You have to focus up today, because this is not a game we can afford to lose. The Vikings have a gauntlet of a schedule. In Georgia, they play 3 games in 3 days. The following week, they play 4 games in 3 days. This is not a game Pleasant Grove can afford to lose, and I think that that could be the way that Coach McAllister is stressing to this team that this is a game that you cannot afford to lose.
Absolutely. Here's Carson, gives it to Riker. Up top to Milo. Rotating around the 3-point line. Here's Windsor, gives it to Carson again. Gonna drive in. Puts it out for the corner. Down low, Riker. Gives it to Milo for a 3. No good. Milo gets it back to Windsor to Riker in the corner.
That's a shot.
Drive into the paint, and layup is good. And one for Riker, the striker, Mickelson.
That's a shot I might have wanted Riker to take, but I'm sure Pleasant Grove will take the and one for the opportunity to have a 3-point play here anyway.
We apologize for the scoreboard being incorrect. It is 35-37.
As Riker's and one opportunity is not converted. That's a rare free throw miss.
And Ethan almost gets it down low. And
I'm not sure why there wasn't a whistle there. It looked like there was a hand around Hilliard.
Here is, that was Nana Winitana.
And they're going to call a foul. I believe it's going to be on Windsor. It is on Windsor. So that's his second of the ball game. Now Winitana, the younger Winitana, Mana,
Mana Winitana gets it into Kyle Mena. Back out to
Windsor
Weston
pokes that one
Larson.
out of bounds, and it's going to go out on American Heritage.
That was interesting. It looked like Weston just like stopped for a second and just stepped out of bounds with the ball.
Yeah, what it looked like from our perspective was Weston kind of jumped, caught the ball, and then landed out of bounds.
Yeah.
But we don't have the greatest view of that sideline.
Here's Carson, trapped in the corner baseline. Kicks it to Riker, open lane. Layup is good.
Riker, the striker down low, has had some huge layups the last couple possessions. And now Winitana wide open. That's a two-pointer. It doesn't fall anyway. And Riker, they're going to call a jump ball on that.
There.
Riker just kind of picked the pocket, and the ref called the jump ball, but the Vikings going to get the ball anyway. It's 39-35, and Brady Perry was holding his head in his hands, and he's going to get substituted out. We hope he's okay. I'm not sure.
Here is Carson going to bring the ball down for the Vikings. Gives it to Ethan. Back up to Riker. Kind of commanding the offense now. Carson gives it to Milo. He shoots a quick three. Off the side of the rim and no good. Riker down low. Just switches back to drive in, and his reverse layup is good. And that's 6 quick points for Riker in the paint.
You know, the Vikings are a team that want to win by the three, die by the three, but if Riker's going to get you layups that easily, you're going to win by the layup and win by the layup.
Yeah.
As Winitana rifles that pass to the corner, three-point shot does not fall by Larson. As Coach Scove yells, go, go, go. Here's Rasmussen, go, go, going. Drives in left hand, kicks it out to the corner. Three-pointer is no good by Milo Johansson.
Winitana gets that rebound, and he's going to take it down the court. Knee-high. Winitana.
The foul was called on Pleasant Grove. There were too many hands in on Winitana. That's a play I love to see. I don't know if you caught it on this end, Jack, but Windsor diving for that ball as Winitana didn't have firm possession, and he gets right back up and hustles down the court. He's a guy who's looking to get more varsity minutes, and that's going to get you more varsity minutes. Playing with that heart and hustle and not being stupid is what's going to earn him more minutes, and that was a tough play to make. He didn't make it, but it was a good showing of what he wants to be for this Pleasant Grove team and what he's willing to contribute.
Here's Knee-high with the ball for American Heritage.
Bounced off the foot of Jackson Brown.
Here comes Ty Palmer, gives it to Andrew. He takes a quick three. Good!
Stop, pop, block, shot. 3 points for Pleasant Grove.
Down low, that is Larson for three.
Larson's done a good job of that pump fake, dribble to the side, take the shot. He hits that one there. He missed one earlier this half, but some good looks for Larson.
Here is Mackay down low, spin move. They call a travel on Mackay. So that's like, there's been a lot of travels this game by mostly Pleasant Grove.
It looked like a solid jump stop. Coach McAllister is saying to be more firm with the jump stop. I think the ref is kind of saying that, you know, Mackay didn't plant both feet at the same time like firm. It looked like he was a little unsure about his jump stop. They kind of ruled it as 2 steps, and that's the reason the travel was called.
Jackson Black down low.
We've seen a lot of travels. We've seen a lot of jump balls today. This one's going to go and stay Patriots' way, but a good job by Pleasant Grove. Do they call a foul? I think they're calling a foul on Ty Palmer. Or no, they're putting 20 on the shot clock. So they're just adding an extra second to the shot clock. Oh, this is why I love being courtside, because we can hear what the ref is trying to say.
Here is
Mana.
That is a tough floater. Mana Winitana.
4:36 remaining here in the third quarter. The foul's called on Carson Rasmussen, I believe. Oh no, it was called on Clay Hansen. That's his third. Carson's not even on the floor.
Clay Hansen got 2 fouls in the first quarter in quick succession.
Did a good job staying out of foul trouble until now.
First free throw for Mana is good.
He's going to try and make this one a 4-point ball game. This is kind of the range that American Heritage has been in this whole night. As he does make it a 4-point ball game.
Here to knee high for three. Just mentioned it, and that's no good. Gonna catch it.
No way an open three-pointer for Winnie Tana. He had Riker Mickelson in his face. And that's just fierce, fierce defense. Honestly, we've seen a lot of two thumbs up, and we've seen a lot of hands do as I'm doing, rolling over. Should be pointing. I believe that's what the refs are talking about right now. But they...
In other news, PG just did it, but I was mostly talking about how he hasn't gotten any three-point attempts. And then he took that one, and unfortunately, that's Larson for three. Going to answer. He does. Yes.
It is Windsor here in the third quarter, and he's going to go talk to Coach. It definitely hasn't been. Last game out against.
Has the ball, gives it down low.
He means it's his third of the ball game now.
It's a
That's
personal.
a younger one. It's not going to count. Hilliard gets called for a push.
So he's ready to go in. So does Parker Mandorn. And that's Winnie Tana.
So it's a 9-point ball game now. 1:34 remaining. American. In football, you talk a lot about a quarterback that's willing to take a hit to deliver a throw, looking to push it to a double-digit lead for, I believe, the first time today, as Palmer's free throw is good.
That is an out of bounds off of Jackson Brown's hand.
Jackson Brown did a great job of getting in front of the ball. He just couldn't quite catch it, but...
And Owen Chen. My goodness.
And now the lead's 5, right after we...
Clay Hansen gets the ball back. Carson with the ball. Drives in, 26 to go. Goodness, the lights didn't turn on. So, point lead. And we once again bring you to our main by them providing food for us.
And truly, well, during lunch, there's usually some talk going around the classroom.
Football season.
So thank you once again to Chubby's Cafe, as now we enter the fourth quarter, in large part thanks to Riker Mickelson starting to get some stuff going down low.
Kyle Mena with the ball.
Trying to say that, you know, but that's a quick foul here in the fourth quarter as the Vikings are going to try and stay out of foul trouble. The last thing you want is 5 here.
Yeah, so he gets a second reach-in foul.
It's only a second of the ball. Carson played defense on those 2 possessions. I think he did a great job of getting his hands in there.
Mickelson with a tough bucket. Charge drawn by Ethan on Mena, so...
And now the Vikings have the ball.
Stands tall, but he does fall.
Or the help of the other Winnie Tana, Mana Winnie Tana. He's played an amazing game. We haven't seen him come back in this game since he left. Smart, they've taken their layups, they've made them, they've gotten fouled, taken and ones. They've played a great.
So Jackson Brown got the rebound back and gave it to Mackay.
They're going to try to push it to 13. Mackay's successful in that endeavor, and now the Patriots back on offense. Just ran coast to coast twice in a row. He is having to dig deep.
Trying to call a timeout. Winnie Tana just brings it down the court himself, and he just slams right into Clay Hansen. Quarter. But since then, and here comes Mana Winnie Tana. It out. Nice ball movement by Pleasant Grove. Gets it to the corner. Jackson Brown for 3. No good.
Teams have 4 in this quarter, and we've still got 4:40 left. It's going to be 2 shots.
Star of the show all night. Here's Vanderbeek. Kicks it back out to Winnie Tana. Trying to get...
For how long the player's in the key, or is it for how long the ball's in the key?
Well, there's off-ball 3-second violation, offensive 3-second violation, and default battle. But Vikings have kind of pulled away, now having a 17-point...
Especially, it's big for equipment to keep the equipment updated, but also some merch so we don't have to try and... Because we're really happy to bring this to you guys. So we love no matter the outcome. And we'll talk about, you know, what really happened today.
Goes down the court. Going to give it to Riker, and that's going to be an easy layup for Riker.
I don't know what about that look
Not
position.
bagging on the shot, just saying he's had a tougher finish this game.
As Mana Winnie Tana is at likely their last time. They might get on in the last 30 seconds or so, but their last time seeing.
Max subbing in.
Hansen's going to...
Going to the line for 2.
Ty Palmer gets called for that one, his second of the ball game. The Vikings.
As thoroughly hit. And
it hasn't been dirty, but these teams have been up in each other's business trying to force turnovers, trying to force the other team by a 32-point game against Grand County.
Ty Palmer brings the lead to 19 for the Vikings. A couple behind the back dribbles and gets around. Here's Mackay, kicks it out to Jana for three, no good.
He shot that one from back in Valhalla.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Mana wins 220.
The Patriots had 3 games in 4 days. They started off with a tough
Brothers kicks it out to Larson on the outside of the 3. Stolen by
heart and an amount of hustle that we haven't really seen from them all season. And then
first set of 5 as American Heritage. Jackson's first.
Average 78.5, they're at 81. Average is 76.7, they're at 59. The Vikings average allowing 76.5. So
coming down the court is Carson. On the outside accelerates. Cannot shake off the defense, and now Myleth openly gives it to Riker in the corner.
Or whistles blown for a foul by Coach Winnie-Tana. So just to cover bases, a lot of Winnie-Tana. So if you've heard the name Winnie-Tana a lot today and you're confused, that's why. But they have their fingerprints.
Jace Christopherson, Sam Vanderbeek is the name.
And he's hit a couple big threes today.
In for the Vikings is Finn Spilsbury, Parker Van Dorn, who's just tipped it.
You're going to see a lot of Preston White if he chooses to stay at Pleasant Grove for the next 3 years.
Sit in the corner for Owen, no good. He hit 2 earlier back-to-back to then cut the lead. No good from Owen Chen. He finishes our match. Pleasant Grove winning against American Heritage 86-6.
Opponent, the first time they've ever seen it. And they played so well through 3 quarters and well, and making sure that they're all ready. He gives Winnie-Tana a hug at half court here. And I want to talk about all 3. The score, you'll see it's 86-60, Pleasant Grove won. If you didn't watch the game, Pleasant Grove finally hit that scoring burst in the 4th quarter and finally be able to show we can score. They've scored 86 points.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. I think that and in the end, I think that they could we're at the scores table. But basically, I think at halftime something happened and then they just accelerated.
Yeah, so, yeah, big win for Pleasant Grove, points-wise, 26. We will.
For you fellas that are still in Utah, but if you, okay, so I think their last day is
Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Like, do go Thursday.
Advancing to 4-1 on the season, making their win percentage around 80%.
So once again.